Hi, I'm Ellie.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Deanna. And together we are
Married,
Single.
divorced. That was me.
get the vibrator out of the bed.
Today we have a very special guest. Her name is Kat Foster. You might recognize her from Royal Pains, Weeds, Franklin and Bash, and a very celebrated web series called The Newly Moved Ins. Please welcome Kat Foster!
Come on in. Come on in. First girl, by the way.
First, let's see the ring. How gorgeous and sparkly is that rock?
Oh my god.
Wow.
This is new?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I just got engaged.
Congratulations.
Two
Married, single, divorced, engaged.
Dreams come true!
You're married successfully for 5 years. Can you give our haughty little guest a tip?
Okay, I would say the passion ebbs and flows, but it'll always be there, I think. As long as he works out. You're a really good guy. I think that is the key.
I was in New York working on a show and he came to visit me. So I met him at the train when he gets to the city, and like the first thing he says to me is, "I wrote you a really long letter." And I was like,
Gosh, that's cute.
other people have said that. I just thought like he's an artist,
Oh, so because you love
he's
him,
romantic,
right?
and like he was on the plane for 6 hours.
Oh,
he
you
wrote me
love
a
him.
letter.
Oh, because you believe in love. Okay. Whatever.
So I was like, I wrote you a really long letter. And I was like, great, should I read it now? And he was like, no, I have to read it. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. Well, do you want to read it now?
Yeah.
And he was like, no, let's go back to the hotel. I'm like, well, what do you feel like doing? And he's like, well, I wrote you a really long letter. And I was like, yeah.
I remember.
I was like, great, do you want to read it now? And he was like, no, let's go out to dinner. And after dinner, he's like, I wrote you a really long letter. I was like, do you want to read it now?
We're having a stroke.
No, let's take a walk. So we did walk through Union Square Park, which is like full of park benches. We bypassed like 3 or 4 sets of what I thought were perfectly viable park benches. We finally find this park bench. You sit on the park bench, he starts reading me this letter. I'm like instantly sobbing. It's so moving, and he's just so open and humble and loving, and the letter, by the way, is just so adorable. Like it's like there's all these asterisks and arrows, and like it like.
And at this point, have you figured it out yet?
No.
Whoa. Really?
No idea still. I'm just like loving this beautiful letter, and I'm crying. Still no idea. So finally, at the end, he says, "Catherine Foster, will you marry me?" And gets on one knee and pulls out this ring, and I was like, "What? Are you for real? Are you for real right now?" I probably said that. Like, I was so surprised, and then finally I said yes, and then I cried.
I think I'm on a 1-year sabbatical from dating. I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah. I'm like purposely not dating anybody.
How much more in the year do you have?
I don't know. I kind of like made it up. You know,
After my divorce, I took a year off sex. It was very sobering, and I'll never do it again.
Was it like hard? Like
The first 6 months weren't hard, and then I found myself coming up to Herbert, and I was like taking the subway, and I'd be sitting down there, like khaki pants crotch in front of me, and I'd just be standing like trying to see the imprint of like his mushroom stamped through his pants, because like that's how like sexually like repressed I was making myself.
do you have advice about your wedding?
I would say just have a really good time. Be sure to invite the people that you really want to have fun with. I'd say that's more important. Like maybe skip the second cousin and choose the friends.
I'm a party,
Yeah,
and I put out. Well, thanks, Hottie.
Thank you so much for coming.
All right,
guys.
Hey,